Alex Scott, Edmund Gerber, Kevin Johnson, all recent victories for him. Tyson Fury, he had that one fight in the last 19 months against Joey Abel, and on that occasion he was not in great shape, 19 stone 8. Different story now, though, you'd suspect, Eddie.
Steve actually came into camp in really good shape, so it was fairly easy to prepare and get started in camp.
Well, the tactics of Chisora, Barry, surely he's going to have to. Well, he's talked about fighting like Joe Frazier. He's going to have to roll his way in and swarm all over him.
Yeah, and coming in light, you would suspect that they're going to be his tactics. Coming nice and light, plenty of head movement, dipping as low as he possibly can, making Tyson look for the target. And the key for Tyson is everything's going to be behind that jab. Lovely uppercut.
Clipped him with the right hand, caught him off balance, and Chisora knocked back, but not hurt, I don't think.
One thing Dereck is going to have to do is going to have to basically give Tyson all the opportunity to land shots, because that's the only way he's going to have a real chance of getting inside and landing anything to the body. He's going to have to bull his way in. It's going to be very difficult with somebody who moves like Tyson at this stage.
Big right hand is the danger shot as ever for Chisora. Has beaten big men in the past. Think of, well, he didn't get the verdict against Hellenius the Finn, but he certainly won the fight.
Yeah, he won that easy. But even though dipping low is dangerous, you're going to walk into an uppercut, it's harder to land with an uppercut than it is with a straight right hand. So I think you're better off playing the odds there, aren't you? To stay nice and low and rolling forward.
Left hand from Chisora was low, to put it mildly. Another one looked as though it was borderline. Chisora straight away trying to turn it into a brawl and get Fury out of his rhythm, because Tyson started this fight nicely.
Yeah, he's working well behind the jab. I don't know why all of a sudden he's changed the pouring with it, pushing out with it. When he's working effectively, when he's just throwing it.
Really, that's his only chance, is to really, like I said, bull his way in. Just he can't really box and get on the outside of nobody with 6'9" like this that moves. So, it's the best tactics for him at this point is to come forward.
But he has to throw punches, like with the David Hay fight. He come forward a lot, didn't let his hands go enough.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. That's why he was losing that fight before he got caught.
Right. And was possibly caught ultimately by arguably the best punch that David Hay's ever thrown. Another word for the low punch, second warning, and the suggestion that he will take a point away from Chisora if he does it again.
Well, Tyson landed a nice little combination there, but Chisora just smiling and keep coming forward.
There was another low one.
Notice the tactics, though, with Tyson moving around and peppering him as he comes in, and then once he gets too close to let go, he grabs a hold and turns and get back to the middle. Doesn't get a turn. That's how it's supposed to be done.
It was a nice little combination just then from Fury. A 1-2 and then a nice little left uppercut, all landing through the gloves of Chisora. And I think that was a good start there from Tyson Fury.
Yeah, looked nice and confident and relaxed, letting his punches flow. And I think Peter Fury is going to be happy in that corner. Let's hear. Well, we'll have a look again. Some of the action, first of all. That's where he was caught. That was where he was caught off balance. Clearly the first round there for Tyson Fury, Barry.
Yeah, for me, I think he dominated with the jab in the early stages, landed enough uppercuts, enough clear shots, and Dereck, landed a few cuffing punches, but nothing of real note.
I really don't 100% agree exactly what Don was saying, is at the end talking about, he's a good boxer and everything like that. You can't box at distance with somebody like this that's 6'9". He has to find a way in, work quick feet, side to side. There's no way he's going to be able to do anything with this here.
I guess you're a similar size, aren't you, to Dereck Chisora? So you, in a way, you're kind of the ideal guy to actually prepare him for this sort of contest against Chisora.
And I have a lot more dexterity, no disrespect to Chisora, but I'm a lot lighter and a more fluid of a fighter, and it's hard for me to get him in the corner. So imagine him just walking and plodding in. You have to come in with speed and agility and accuracy in order to land big shots on Tyson.
He just tried it then, Dereck, just a minute ago. Just tried to quicken his feet.
Right, that was a much better try that time.
Yeah, but it's going to be exhausting him to do that.
Yeah, for 12 rounds, yeah.
Not getting a lot of success in the early stages of this fight, really, Chisora.
Nice little shot there from Fury again, who's boxing southpaw at the minute. So that sort of takes away that big overhand right of Dereck Chisora, a punch which he had a lot of success in the first fight.
Good body shot. A couple of nice punches and good fast hands from Fury. Chisora just lumbering forward, trying to get into range to hurl that big right hand.
Can't look for one shot in a situation like this.
There it is. Didn't land clean.
Notice most of the time Dereck's just going straight in and straight back, and it's not going to work. Not going to work like that. He's going to have to come in on angles.
Dereck just overreaching there, and Tyson just not quite quick enough to make him pay, but he wasn't far off.
Oh, that's a good shot from Fury. Good accuracy.
He's actually boxing quite well as a southpaw. Very effective.
Well, we have seen him take fights in the past where he's fought exclusively southpaw. Jabbing nicely with that right-hand lead.
This is another issue for Dereck to worry about. He's got to find now a different way of coming in, a different angle. And it gets to be a bit confusing as the fight goes on.
And you've got to reposition your feet, haven't you, when you're boxing a southpaw, which makes sure that, like you said, it's a whole new way of thinking about attack.
Yeah. Now he's got a whole other thing to think about.
Chisora backpedaling. Seeing if he gets any more luck allowing Fury to come to him. All Fury so far, really.
As tough as Dereck is, you know, to take this kind of punishment from a big man like that for too long is going to be very difficult. Over the course of the 12-round fight, it's just too much. He's going to have to find another way.
Well, taking punches takes it out of you, doesn't it? As well, physically. I mean, not just it hurts you. I mean, like, physically knackers you out.
Yep. Well,
I'm a little bit sorry for himself in the corner right now. But I think the double jab thing's a good idea. And just hit anything for now. You just feel like you're having a little bit of success. If you're hitting arms, gloves, you can build on that, so some momentum to work from.
It's tremendously frustrating, and believe me, I understand where he's coming from in some of these instances here. He's just not by nature, you know, a quick guy side to side, and it's going to be very difficult for somebody just coming straight in on Tyson Fury. Long arms, speed, and good movement, and good punching power. And Fury going to have to find another way. And
Fury again fighting out of the southpaw stance so far in this round.
Well, the difference between this and the first fight, when Tyson was throwing jabs, I know he was boxing orthodox.
There's a right hand though from Chisora. Oohs and ahs from ringside.
The Fury was leaning forward with the jab in the first fight. This now he's sitting on the back foot and throwing it, so he's keeping a nice long distance, making Dereck overreach for the target.
One thing about having this much success in a fight is you got to stay grounded and understand it. Hey, look, you got to stay with it. You know, don't get too relaxed and too comfortable. That's how you get caught with crazy shots that you don't see coming.
Big betting favourite, Fury. Priced this morning something like 11 to 4 on. The value is with Chisora. But how many people really think that he's going to win this fight? And the signs in the early stages here, not good.
Nothing on those punches, but it's just frustrating, isn't it, for Chisora? Just peppering him with jabs, keeping him at range, keeping him away.
Marcus McDonald just having a look at Fury and just telling him to punch correctly.
You know what they say, steady drop of water and bust a rock. Keep on slapping somebody in the forehead for long enough, it's going to feel like somebody's throwing a car at you. So you got to get those hands up, move his head.
Marathon night of boxing action here at the XL Arena. And this, at the moment, after the vivid drama of that last fight between Billy Joe Saunders and Chris Eubank Jr., at the moment, a little bit more sort of a calm atmosphere, and Fury is dominating.
Yeah, but just a minute ago, there was some good head movement from Chisora. He had to let a punch go. He did one move too many and he got caught.
It's going to take a lot of that, a lot of work just to get average results, and that's what is so difficult about being a small man in this division.
Solid left hand from Fury to the body of Dereck Chisora.
Then he has to deal with, you know, laying on him and holding. Believe me, that takes rounds out of you with a big man.
Yeah, that's true. You know, coming in light for the mobility is a great idea, I think. But then obviously, you're coming in against a much heavier guy, and you haven't got a way to absorb it.
Chisora a little bit slow to get up off his stool. wanting to get some grease, I think, mopped away from the eyes. Marcus McDonnell, brother of Jim, the man giving the instructions.
Little things like that is hard sometimes for the lay fan. They don't quite see it. You know, like see Dereck make a little shuffle to his I think it's to his right, and then Tyson switch and come back to the left. Puts him right back at that full arm length distance. And you'd be surprised how much that can affect the fighter, especially from the southpaw position where he's like he's standing now.
That's good work from Fury off the ropes there. Yeah, he's just counteracting his movements, isn't he?
Yeah. And like I said, for a small man, you know what I mean, to try to get in is going to make that even more difficult. I'm not saying he's just a small man. He's not that small.
No, but compared to the most of the heavyweights nowadays, it's huge.
Been impressed with the accuracy of Fury tonight, boys. He's maybe not loading up on his punches as much as he can, although Peter Fury, his trainer, was telling him not to do precisely that, but I've been impressed with his accuracy.
Finally gets him where he wants and looks for the big shot, throws a couple punches, and hits nothing but air. You know, that's the frustration that it is with fighting somebody 6'9" from that distance, even at close range sometimes.
Nice uppercut from Fury.
Left hand there from Chisora. Yeah, he's just loading up a little bit too much when he gets in close. I think he should let his hands go, get some momentum in his work when he is close. But this is where he needs to be the work. And Tyson doing what you said he was going to do, just leaning on and using all that weight. Yeah.
Got to use his advantages there. He's using his boxing ability, movement, and he's also using his weight when they get inside. Dereck's only shot is when they get inside, and then he uses his weight on them at that point. So then what can he really do?
Has been caught in the past, of course. Fury has been on the canvas, but it's kind of you've watched him and you've watched it happen. You kind of thought it's sometimes happened because of concentration issues as much as anything.
Exactly, I agree with that 100%. And right now, in the way Peter has him focused and the way we're training, definitely going to stay focused throughout the whole fight. None of those.
Oh, he's caught him with a solid left hand. And there's a little bit of a wobble from Chisora. He was off balance, but he looks a bit stunned here, and Fury knows it.
Yeah, good little left hook, wasn't it? Just around the guard on Fury.
And Chisora at the moment is on the wrong end of pretty much everything.
But he hasn't let that right hand go, Chisora, is he? There. He needs that with that big right hand over the top. That is usually his favourite punch.
But looking for that one shot, he's not going to do it. He's going to have to maybe tap, then throw a big